Alright, boys. Um, hey Alexa, what day is it today?
It's Sunday, February 18th, 2024 in Los Alamitos.
Hey Alexa, who's Neil Armstrong?
Neil Alden Armstrong was an American astronaut and aeronautical engineer who in 1969 became the first person to walk on the moon. He was also a naval aviator, test pilot, and university professor.
Hey Alexa, who is George Custard Armstrong?
George Edward Armstrong was a Canadian professional ice hockey center who played 21 seasons in the National Hockey League for the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Not him. Hey Alexa, who's General George Armstrong?
General George Armstrong Custer was a United States Army officer and cavalry commander during the American Civil War and the Indian Wars. He is best known for leading his men into a disastrous defeat at the Battle of the Little Bighorn, an event that would later be portrayed as a seminal moment in the American frontier.
Hey Alexa, who killed General Custard Armstrong?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Colonel George Custer was killed by Native American forces led by Chiefs Crazy Horse and Sitting Bull on June 25, 1876 in the battle at Little Bighorn. Did that answer your question?
Yes.
Thanks for your feedback.
Hey Alexa, who is Chief Pontiac?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, Pontiac or Abaniag was an Odawa war chief known for his role of war against the British in the Great Lakes region from 1763 to 1766.
This curse, I wanna show you boys this. William Harrison. Okay, that's next. They want me to. I saw that name right now.
California.
Okay, synchronizing. My ancestors showed me the way of the synchronizing part, so to me that just came normal, natural to me.
Northeast of Lafayette, Indiana, is a place called Prophetstown. At one time, this plain was a huge village, filled with hundreds of dwellings, Shawnee Indians, and a large confederation of other tribes. It was led by Shawnee Chief Tecumseh and his brother, the mystical, spiritual leader known as the Prophet. Some say that the Prophet put a curse on William Henry Harrison and every single American president that's been inaugurated 20 years thereafter. The curse, they would die in office. Strangely, this sinister magic seems to have done its work since 1840.
And today's the
This
18th, and the 18th is very
story
powerful.
Of Tecumseh's curse.
So within this curse comes the synchronizing. So it helps me who is who, and it helps me see who's lying. And
it was the early 1800s, before Indiana was even a state. Indiana Territory Governor William Henry Harrison was living at Vincennes in this beautiful home, now known as Grassland. His charge from the president was to acquire land from the Indians and expand the borders of the United States. He made many treaties with tribes, giving them money, goods, and trading them tracts of land
My
out
dad
west.
said that church people, they do that. It's
Shawnee
called
Chief
like talking
Tecumseh
in tongues.
said that these
And I had to
tribes
look up
had
that
no
what that is,
authority to
and I see
sell
a lot
this
of people
land
like
to the United
do stupid
States.
shit with it.
In 1810, with
Um,
several hundred warriors,
and my dad's
he
like,
went to
it's
talk
like
with Harrison
it's
on
like
his
that.
turf.
Like there's certain people that the spirits,
Say it
other
didn't
spirits
go
will
well
talk to
is an
them, come to them.
understatement.
Like Joan of Arc did the same
Tecumseh
thing.
ended up pulling out his
A lot of the
tomahawk, and
queens
Harrison
were
his sword. It
queens in
said that the
history.
only thing that ended a fight to the death was the
They
sound of
were
Harrison's
getting,
men cocking their rifles.
they were practicing witchcraft stuff. They were
Neither
practicing
man
that. They were trying
trusted
to.
each other, nor was
It
willing
was
to
scary back then.
compromise. It would lead to the bloodshed of not just two men,
So
but
what
hundreds.
my ancestors were showing me of what Fox
Tecumseh and the
is
prophet,
doing. My
known
ancestors,
as Tenskwatawa,
my
pulled
boys,
together a
my
large
offsprings.
confederation of tribes with the intent
So
of
when my
taking
dad,
back
right before my
land
dad died,
given to Harrison and halting
I
U.S.
kind of like, oh,
expansion.
all right. So it's gonna be like
The people of Prophetstown
SNL
believed
and
that
Chevy
the prophet
Chase.
had magical powers and performed miracles.
So
He was the unquestioned spiritual leader, and this only
they just told
strengthened
me
the
just to
alliance,
speak out the best
as
that
they
I can and
believed
speak out my
he
truth.
could
And my
provide
truth is going to
supernatural
synchronize
guidance.
with everybody else. So that's how they'll know. That's how
However, from
I will get
Vincennes,
justice from
William
my
Henry
ancestors. Because
Harrison
when I speak the
mocked
truth,
the prophet.
then my
He
ancestors
tried to discredit him
are
and
releasing
dissolve the Indian
their karma
resolve
that
at
they are allowed
Prophetstown,
to release on people who
supposedly
did me
saying,
wrong.
if the
So
prophet has magic, let him turn the daytime into night. But that was a huge mistake. The prophet was told of Harrison's challenge and correctly predicted a solar eclipse.
and what Hermes
When
did
the
for me,
daytime
he's like, you're
magically
not
turned to
only
night, everyone thought that the Great Spirit
blood
was
of the
with the
land that
prophet,
you were on, but you
and
also
with his
have
divine power,
ancestors
they could absolutely
from his
win
era,
any battle.
and there's more down the line.
Established along the Wabash and Tippecanoe River,
We're going to be it,
Prophetstown grew bigger and
because
bigger as Tecumseh gave fiery speeches to tribes across the land.
we're
He was
watching
gone long periods, and
the
Harrison
human race die out. 555. Boom Nation.
saw this as an opportunity to attack Prophetstown. Even though his military days were long over, Harrison asked the president.
That's why I was wondering why the streets were talking to me, and the signals, the numbers.
Harrison and about
I still don't. I don't. Okay, like John
at what's
Edwards,
now known
he
as
can.
Battleground, under a mile and a
I
half
don't
from
want it. I
Prophetstown.
never wanted it when
We
I was
sent
little.
word
I
to
did.
the prophet
Yeah,
that
that was
he'd
cool
like
and
to
all.
meet in the
I
morning.
did practice. I did study
But
it,
that
and it
meeting
did make me sick, and
never
it did make
came.
me tired, and it didn't. I did not like it because it
Under
was
a
like,
waning
I don't want someone doing that to me, so therefore I don't want to do it.
Tenskwatawa
I
told
don't
the
want to do it. My
warriors
ancestors
that they
know I
would
don't want to do it.
instead
So you're
attack
putting me in
Harrison's
this
men
position
in the night,
of me, if I have to do it, if I have to
that
use
his
that
magic
power,
would
if I
protect them
have to be
from
like a
any
John
force
Edwards,
or
then
harm.
there's going to
They
be
would be invincible.
karma,
Victory
and I don't want
was
that.
assured. They attacked at 4 a.m., taking Harrison's men by surprise.
So I am
Lasted
learning,
2
I am
hours,
doing this
but ended
another
with
way,
the prophet and the warriors
so other
retreating.
people can see and heal and help.
37 of Harrison's
I love
men
you boys,
died in
and I
battle,
hope you
with 25 dying later from their wounds. It's estimated that over 50 warriors
register what I'm telling you, like
regrouping at
analyzing
Prophetstown,
it, soaking it
warriors
in.
confronted the prophet, saying his magic did not work. Tenskwatawa said that he would make
It
new
takes
magic.
time.
They could finish what they started.
It takes
The
time.
damage was already done.
Healing takes time. You can't
Warriors
rush
and
it.
their families led
And people
Prophetstown.
like this government,
Tenskwatawa's leadership was done.
everybody that I've talked to,
On the next day,
even
Harrison's men
online,
went to
they throw
Prophetstown
out, oh, you
and
have a
founded
mental
a
disability,
band.
you have
Except for an elderly
you need to
woman
take
that was
pills,
too
you're
sick
off
to
your
travel.
pills. Stuff being like that being
Harrison
thrown
ordered
around,
the
how are
storehouse of
kids
winter food
supposed to heal?
and hundreds
You
of
are killing
dwellings
these kids.
to be
I was a
burned
child
to the ground.
once. and I wanted to kill myself, and I didn't kill myself. I'm still alive because of these dead people. So I have to tell. My dad is telling me I have to. He's the one telling me I have to show. I have to show and tell my story.
While it wasn't the end of
My
the
grandma
concept,
is
it was the end of the Prophet's rule and
is there. She's always been there.
Of Prophetstown. The War of 1812 would follow, with Tecumseh pulling together a large confederation of warriors. And
I was trying to
aligning
look
with
for my
the British.
family, but if family's
But on
gonna act
October
like
5th,
this and watch me
1813, Harrison and
suffer
about
the way that they
4,000
have been for the
soldiers
last 3 years,
confronted
I don't want
Tecumseh and the
nothing
British
of it. I'd
allies
rather
in
die.
Ontario,
So
Canada.
this is it
It
for
would be
me. I don't
called
want to be
the
here in
Battle
a
of the
world that
Thames.
is lost. I
Tecumseh
really
was
don't.
killed.
I'm fine.
The
I'm
warriors
perfectly
that
happy
followed him
alone.
scattered.
I have my ancestors.
Harrison would be known as the
I already
hero
dealt
of
with friends before, and they're
Tippecanoe
fake, and they're
in
going to be
Fort
fake.
Defeating the mighty Tecumseh.
These tarot readers are involved
He
in
would
that
use these
fakeness. I
military
cannot
victories
stand
and
them. They
popularity
know
as
better,
stepping
and they
stones
don't do
to
better.
become president
That
of the
doesn't make.
United States.
And my grandma and
In the shadows,
our ancestors are
humiliated
telling.
and
That's why
resentful
certain
prophet
people are
sought
the way they are.
vengeance for
That's why certain
Prophetstown
people
and for
are
killing his
stuck the way they
brother,
are. So you
Tecumseh.
cannot just keep lingering around in
said
that
he is
energy.
so
You have to
tired
rise
of
above.
dark
They
magic
cannot go with you, even though they
curse.
think that they're going
Not
somewhere
only
far and they're
William
not.
Henry Harrison, but
You just
every
have to show them you're
American
not going. You
president
can't go with
after
me.
each 20 years. These presidents either died in office or came very close to it.
Only
These
you
uncanny
boys. I want
string
you
of
boys.
coincidences
I'm fighting
started
for
in
you boys so
1840
you boys can
and
see
have
me.
continued
What
in
happened to
modern
my
times.
brother, what my mom did to my brother, what my dad did to my
William
brother,
Henry Harrison exploited his victories
is
over
still
the Prophet
unforgivable.
and Tecumseh.
What these doctors
His
did to my brother,
presidential
drugged
campaign
him
was
up with
called
drugs, with
Tippecanoe
pills,
and Tyler
prescription drug
with
pills,
John Tyler as
because
his
he wasn't
vice
paying
president.
attention, because the teachers wanted him to pay attention in
It
class.
was a good market.
Instead, they didn't
He
care
defeated
about
Martin Van
his
Buren
mental
and was
health,
elected
his
president
mental
in
status,
1840.
what was going on with him.
On March 4th,
He wasn't paying attention
1841,
to
he gave
me,
the
teachers.
longest inauguration
So they
speech
drugged my
in
brother
American
up,
history,
and I watched my
lasting
brother
nearly
getting
2
drugged up,
hours.
taking a pill, and
It
him
was a
just
cold,
zoning
wet
out.
day, and he
Zoning the
didn't
fuck
even
out.
bother
And I did
to wear
record
a
him.
hat or
I did make a
overcoat.
documentary of my brother
He
when I
later
was
did
little.
a parade and greeted guests for 3 hours before doing 3
And the reason why I didn't
inaugural
pursue
parties
that
night.
is because I
He
couldn't
was
read
a
and
pretty
write,
tough
and
guy.
because I had trauma myself.
But on March 24th,
But
he
I
took a
knew
walk
that I wanted
that
to show
ended
and
in a
share my
gown.
brother's story.
He was again
And my
not
brother
wearing a
wants to
hat
be
or overcoat. When he returned
anonymous.
to the
My
White
brother
House,
still doesn't
he
want
didn't bother
to speak
change
out
out of
about
his
what
wet
happened to
clothes.
him.
A few days later,
And
he
I
was
get
sick.
that. I understand that. So I'm going
He
to
was
do it for
bedridden
him.
by March 26th, with doctors trying to cure
These
his cold-like
doctors
symptoms.
are forcing
No matter
children,
what they
just
did,
like the sex
he became
change.
progressively
These
worse.
doctors know better. And they don't. It's just for money.
Just 9 days after he felt sick,
My
he
brother
died
shouldn't
on
have never
April
been on
4th,
pills in the first place.
1841,
No.
of pneumonia. He was the
We
first
should have been in a better
president to
environment.
never
My
die in
parents should have been
office,
put in prison.
and he only had the job 31 days. Also,
My dad already had 2 girls from a previous marriage.
a string of very strange
My mom
coincidences
only wanted
happened to other presidents.
money. She didn't marry for love. She married for
20
money.
years
And that's
after
what my
Harrison was
sister
elected,
Stephanie did.
Abraham Lincoln
And that's what my
was
grandma
elected
did.
president
My Grammy did.
in 1860. On
That's
April
part of the
15th,
curse.
1865,
And I
he died in
learned that
office,
curse from my
a
Grammy.
victim of assassination.
You should marry for love, and I saw
20
that, and that's
years
what I
after
did.
Lincoln was elected in
With Frank,
1860,
I got married,
James Garfield
and I wasn't
was
sure if I
elected
loved him or
president
not.
in 1880.
Because if I loved him, then why
On
did I
September
feel
19th,
like
1881, he was
it was
dead.
like the one time he
Also a
pissed me
victim
off,
of
Frank pissed me off,
assassination.
and I'm like, I don't trust you. I really don't trust you
20
anymore.
years after
And then all of a sudden
Garfield
I
was elected
I start
in 1880,
looking at
William
other
McKinley
people,
was elected
or
in
other
1900
guys.
for a second
And
term. On September
Lauren,
14th, 1901,
I
he was
remember
dead.
I did have a
Yet
crush on him
another
in middle
victim
school.
of assassination.
Didn't really think of it much in
And the
high school,
scary
just like, okay.
coincidences continue. Warren
Like,
G.
he was
Harding
cute, but
was
I didn't
elected
pursue him.
in
I didn't
1920.
flirt. I didn't
The next
cheat
20-year
until
cycle
after.
office
until
of a
I
heart attack.
felt like I asked my grandmother, my
Franklin B.
ancestors, like,
Roosevelt
why
was
do I
elected
feel
in
like this?
1940
I want to know
and
for
died in
sure.
office of a
And they were
cerebral
divorced
hemorrhage.
already, so I asked them, and that's what
John
I
F.
did. What I
Kennedy
did,
was elected in 1960, the
and I
next
told
20-year
Frank right
cycle,
away,
and
and
also
Frank was
died in
trying to
office,
fix it.
the
Frank was
victim
like,
of assassination.
no, you're
It
still with
was
me.
not
No,
until
like,
Ronald
no, I
Reagan
cannot
was
be with
elected
you. It's
in
over. It's done
1980,
with.
the
I
next
can't. I
20-year
got my
cycle,
answer. I
that a
got it.
president
I'm not
did
supposed to
not
be with you. It's
die
only
in
supposed to be
office.
for a little bit.
However,
I got
in
married because I thought
1981,
it was the
he
right
was
thing to
shot
do,
by an
but I wasn't.
assassin.
I felt like I was drowning, and I
Well out of
was.
office, he died of pneumonia.
And I remember my mom was
Strangely,
pissed
just
when I wanted
like
to get
William
divorced.
Henry Harrison.
My mom was pissed
George
at me.
W.
You should have
Bush
never got
was
married
elected in
then,
2000,
and
the next
divorced this
20-year
and
cycle,
that.
and also did not
You
die
should
in
go to
office.
counseling.
However,
You shouldn't get a
during his second
divorce.
term, while giving a speech in 2005,
Like,
a man threw a
I'm
live
like, but I'm not
handgun
happy.
in
I'm
front of
not.
him. The
I
only
don't
reason
want
it
it.
didn't detonate
Like,
was because the handkerchief that was hiding it was wrapped too tightly, and the safety lever
and
did
now I
not
saw, like, it
detach.
wasn't meant for
As
me,
of
Frank.
October
I
2022, he's very much alive.
It's the friends that were around you.
Joe
I don't
Biden
remember
was
you.
elected in
I don't
2020,
want to remember
the
you. I'm
next 20-year
sorry if
cycle,
that hurts your
and
feelings or
is
not.
currently
I'm
alive
sorry that I
as
hurt your
of this
feelings if you
production.
think I really, like,
Given the long history
set it
of
out to do it on
death
purpose,
and
but
near-death
you don't think you
misfortune
hurt my
each
feelings. You
20
don't think,
years, you can only wonder if he worries
yeah,
just a
you
little
did
bit
something to me.
tonight.
So the Native American curse really does
By
work.
2040,
And I was trying to
a
warn
new
you.
president will
So,
fall into the 20-year cycle. We can only offer wear a
yeah,
coat if it's cold
our
outside.
ancestors know the truth.
Keep your doctor appointments.
So whatever
And by
was
all
done
means,
to, and
keep
what was
your
sad
head
is that
down.
your sister was getting attacked. And what was done, what was going to happen to your sister, it happened to me.
Whatever steps we take in this life, we all have the same fate.
And that's
Whether we live a short time or
that's
long
pretty
time,
sad if you think
live a
about it,
simple or
because I made
extraordinary
it out.
life, we should
And if
treat
this
people
ever
like
happened
we want
to
to be
to
treated.
April, getting taken advantage of
Someday,
while getting
the
drunk,
door of this life
um,
will close behind
what could she, what would she
you,
have
and it
done?
will never
Would she
open
want to commit suicide?
again.
Would you still have a sister, Frank? Because I
And
know
all
Oscar
people
was
will
sick.
remember is your name, how you lived,
Your parents were
and
the
how you
reason why
treated
Oscar's sick. Your dad is the reason
people.
why
Won't know
Oscar was sick.
what was in
So,
your heart unless you were brave enough
I'm tired of the
to show
witchcraft.
it. And they won't know you were
Lauren
sorry
Tapia,
unless you opened your mouth.
I created that warlock.
In the end, after all the struggle, choices, and drama were just a name with two dates.
I'm
Whether
going
we
by my
become
ancestors. I'm gonna die
president
by my ancestors.
or just someone
I will speak for my
people
ancestors.
fondly remember,
I will rise with
the
them.
most of what's between those two dates. Sometimes, the only curse we have is how we chose.
I don't know what else to. These. I don't know if you can read that. Then, 13 comes a lot. Oh, 4/4, March 4th, and April 4th. So remember, boys, I was telling you about the numbers? So the White House is very, very haunted. So if I'm making these videos, I know that something else is happening around the world that my ancestors they got. And so when I'm listening to the music or the songs, certain music that they give me, I'm listening to it and I close my eyes and they do tell me, lift up your head, stick out your chest, and walk. We're behind you. We're beside you. We got you. You do have the power to go on, to move on. So for me, I am graduating. I am celebrating. For you boys to go on to the next realm, you do have to celebrate your falls and your ups. You do have to celebrate your victory on what you feel like you achieved. You do have to celebrate the ones that you helped along the way. You do have dead spirits around you that are watching you, and they will grow with you. And for you to become someone like Hermes, you have to do something selfless, whatever it was. You have to do something that you wouldn't expect to do, and you're doing it because you know you don't want anyone else going through what you did, because you know that it could be a better way. There's a better outcome. There's a better way to handle things. And walking away, you can only do that for so long until you realize you're walking away from yourself. You're also walking away from your voice. You're walking away from speaking now at that time. You have to do it as you're doing it. Like if someone is making you mad, you have the right to go, you know what? I don't like how you're treating me. Why are you treating me like this when I'm not treating you like this? You do it again, and I will take that as a threat, and I am going to walk away, and you will never see me again. And if I do feel your energy attached to me, I will send you an attack back to leave me the fuck alone. And you will be blocked. The funny part about that is that you're gonna have to constantly keep blocking people like that. You're gonna have to constantly practice, because you will have to keep, there's always going to be someone bigger and stronger than they were. So our ancestors just showed you what people can do, and you just need to accept it. All right, people are evil, people are like this, okay, I could do this, but I'm going to turn it around and can do better. So the children, I'm showing the children that my ancestors, my people, are very powerful. They have magic. They can talk to anybody they want, any spirit, and they can make peace with anything they want. Truth can grow so much. That's magic. So where my people come from, it's a magical world. And that white people of the United States were trying to destroy that magic and have you pay for it when it could be free, when it's free. Yeah, the world's coming to an end, so there's people that have not seen the 7 wonders, and they're supposed to see the 7 wonders. It's pretty sad that people have committed suicide and they do not get to... Yeah, it's... So many people are sad right now because because their person was supposed to come to them, and like my sister, she would always joke around, my soulmate committed suicide, so they're not coming. She always joked about that. And now I'm seeing it. Holy crap. These people are killing themselves, and they think that they're alone, and they're not. Like, I don't want to be here because I don't have you boys. And I don't want to be here because I don't want to be stuck believing in this Jesus shit and God stuff. I don't want to be brainwashed into that. I don't want this negative. It's too much for me. I am alone. I just want to be dead with happy with my family where I belong. I don't belong with the living. I never did. I never did, never wanted to be. My mom helped me with that process, so I don't want to be here, and I don't want to share the afterlife with her either. It's too close, too damn close. So I'm fighting. I'm fighting with my ancestors because I'm like, wait a minute. I thought I was supposed to see something here. I thought I was supposed to like enjoy the afterlife, but how am I gonna enjoy the afterlife? If it's gonna be just like this. I gotta do something more fast. So that's what I'm doing. So if you see these videos, boys, I'm no longer here. I just want you to show if I don't want grandkids, but if I do have grandkids, I am planning for them. So I hope you do show them my videos, so they know that I'm how I am with them, how I can have fun and show them a secret world, like what my grandma was doing with Desi and you boys. And the teachers hated it. Remember Desi? They would say, "Now Desi, is this the real world, or is this the real world or make believe?" So even the teachers didn't know. And Anderson Elementary School, the Vegas shooting, they had two teachers, Miss Dodosh and Miss forgot the other girl, but Miss Dodosh had really bad PTSD from the shooting, after the Vegas shooting, because she was there. I don't think she shouldn't have been with the kids at all. Both those teachers should not have been with these children at all. They were putting a lot more stress on these children. And I remember a balloon popped, and then she broke out in tears. She just PTSD. Yeah, balloon will do that to you. Yeah. She thought she was strong by going to school, but no. She was showing the kids how what not to do with healing. People should not be going to work right after that stuff. Like right after something like that, they'll go, "Yeah, work is the best thing to do." No. That is how you are brainwashed. You're not healing. You're not allowing yourself to cry and process on what happened. People are going back to work right after trauma. That's what the government wants you to do, so you can get sick. You're supposed to heal yourself. That's the reason why. All these people are dying because they're not actually healing themselves. They're working instead of what's really important, life. Your health, your mental health is more important. These doctors see you as a business opportunity. They see you as money. They see you as another car payment, a water bill, house bill. Stop going to these doctors, because these doctors are not in it for your own mental health, for your future. These judges, doctors, lawyers, they're all in it for the same reason: money. So my offsprings, if you do have grandkids, then you must prepare for their future. You must tell them the past on what happened. Then you will see me on why I did what I did and had to do and fight. And we're fighting like this. You'll see why I was fighting like this. Once you start reading the books and meditating and doing like either shrooms or like hallucinogenic drugs, once you start doing that, if you feel the need that you need to do that, you will find out more. I know you'll go through hard times and rough times, but just know it's just there for you to be a better person in the future. Because if you didn't have that hard bump in the road, like if you didn't have a car accident or if you didn't have a broken bone in your body, then you wouldn't be strong enough to what is coming up ahead. So yeah, I got hit by a car, but that car helped me. I know that car was helping me for the future, so I didn't mind. So I know right now it's going to help me in the afterlife bond with you boys better, and to get my point across, and to know that you boys are protected even though when I'm dead. So if the family members keep wanting to fuck with me, well then they'll know why there's chairs up on their chair or on their dining room table. They'll know why there's chairs flipped around or broken, because they're talking shit on you, and you'll see that. When things go bad right in front of you, and it's somebody that you're talking to, and something happens to them, and you'll see like they're having a bad day every time you're near them, but they want you with them because they're happy, but you're seeing them like bad shit is because they're talking shit on you, but they want your energy. So our ancestors are going to rat them out by giving them karma right in front of you, and you're just gonna enjoy it because you're like, dang, what's wrong with you today? Why are you acting like that? And they'll lie and lie and won't tell you the truth. So just know, boys, that our ancestors will play jokes like that. They're doing it right now with the politicians and the government. I love you and miss you, and I guess something's happening in San Diego. Another shit fest happening in San Diego. I hope Bam and Brittany becomes like a shaman. That'd be really cool. And Beyonce, that'd be really cool. Having them take down the government. We don't need them. Music is healing, working out, educating, talking, listening, children. It's medicine. And you're killing these children, you're killing our medicine, you're killing our future, our pride and joy. Why would in the hell would you taint that around the world? Around the world. That's what's happening. I love you boys. And I know when I'm dead and gone, I'm going to be helping out like Princess Diana's doing. So go Eagles. Go Bears. Those Romans are funny. Trojan horse. That's what Crazy Horse gave me, the idea of the Trojan horse. I'm going to do a sneak attack. So as to what some of my ideas are, I don't know, because I know it's other people's ideas coming together. So that was neat. So when I was captain for song, I remember like I wanted to do a dance routine. So I made up a dance, like a cheer and a dance routine. And I remember turning on MTV or something like that, and I was watching a dance routine of like either Janet Jackson or Paula Abdul, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's like what I had, and I never saw that move before. So then I'm like, coming back to now and this time, I'm like, so you can even do it in dance move. That's pretty fucking cool. So I know they can do it with ideas, but they can do it in, like, I'm dancing with spirits in my head, dancing with them, the waltz dancing, cha-cha, like everything, ballet, everything in my head that they want me to practice, I'll practice. And it's nice just dancing with our ancestors, dancing with my grandparents. It's very nice hearing my grandpa, like, which I never seen him or met him, but it's really nice having that feeling, that energy coming towards me, proud of me, like a wave of, we got you, comforting, a hug in a spiritual way. It's the best. It's like, it is like finding out you're pregnant. It is finding out that you're going to be a mom. It is finding out that it's like finding out, like when your kids, like when you go, Mom, I'm so proud of you. Mom, that looks so neat. Mom, you did it. It feels like that. So for 3 years, I didn't get to hear you boys go, Mom, I'm proud of you. Mom, go eat something. Mom, can you read me this? Mom, can you help me? Mom, I love you. Mom, I need you. Mom, I miss you. Mom, can you do this for me? For 3 years, that was taken away from me. For 3 years, people saw me cry, screaming. For 3 years, people were blaming me that it's mental health, and it's a mental disease or illness, when it's actually them that's doing it to me. These teachers all knew. My friends and family all know. Your godparents know, Anthony and Desi, Colin. Desi, you don't have any godparents. I said no. I said no, that I wasn't going to baptize you. There's a reason why I'm not baptizing. I didn't want to baptize you, and there's a reason why, boys. Anthony and Colin, you are not, remember, you weren't born a Tapia, you were born a Cormany. So you're going to have to remember that. Only Desi was born a Tapia. I wasn't married until after Colin, until 2009. That's very important. So Desi is going to need you boys to be strong for him, because he's a wall that people are just going to have to break down. People want to break down, and you cannot let people destroy your brother, because your brother is needed and wanted. Desi is very special. And I seen the Westminster School District, Anderson Elementary School teachers, that school, treat my boys horrible. And I'm standing up for my son Desi, because he was being mistreated. He was being neglected and abused by those teachers. And McAuliffe from Riverside Elementary School, that those teachers were also being very abusive, that staff. Warner Middle School and Mears Elementary School and Wilmore Elementary School were very abusive to my voice. Westminster School District will not take responsibility for what they did to me, and I know they're not going to take responsibility for what they did to my kids. That school district should no longer be available to be up and running. The school district should no longer be available to have schools. And even in my offsprings, you'll see that they are destroying schools and putting building up apartments. And what I learned from doing the PTA is that there were some people, deceased people, who had funds. Their last will is in the PTA. They're handing out money. A lot of dead people, they're still donating money to PTA, to these schools, and the schools are mishandling these people's money, these last people's will. I'm glad I got to saw that lady check for Anderson Elementary School. I'm like, what is this? And someone told me this is a lady that she passed on, but it was in her will that she donates. And she donates to the district. And for me, I'm like, wow, so this district knows that they're getting money like this and they're using it, and they're destroying these schools, putting up apartments, unaffordable apartments where they're unaffordable, no family can afford them. Instead of making parks, recreational centers for kids, instead they're making more apartments. So this whole school district is a fraud. Calling them out. Big train wreck. I love you boys, and I'll see you soon.